Hello and a very good day everyone. So today we will learn on Power Query. As we can refer over here, in this particular database, we do have the dates and also the time. So basically what I want to do is from this particular data, I want to transform into a table which have the date, the day and also the time. Not only the time but also shows AM and PM. So from this given database, how we want to separate this, not only transform but split into three different columns which shows the date, the day and time. So this is where we will use Power Query. So let's get started. So what we do is, first thing is I need to highlight the data. Once I highlight the data, I will go to data and click from table/range. Once you click it over here, you will notice that you will be navigated to Power Query Editor. So I'm going to press OK. So once you press OK, you will notice that you will go to Power Query Editor, and over here what we will do is we will do some transformation. So the first thing is I want to split this. I want all this time in a particular column. So what I'll do is, if you notice, here we have a date separated by a comma and then we have the time. So what we'll do is we will use split column to split the data so that we will have a particular column for the time. So split column delimiter. Once I press delimiter, you will notice a box will appear. But I don't want the delimiter to be space. Instead, I want to be by a comma. So I'm going to click this and choose comma, and I'm going to press OK. Once I press OK, you will notice that over here we do have the time. But if you notice carefully, if just say I change this to time format, it will become, for example, I click here replace current, it will become an error. So basically how actually I want to make this into a date format? Well, if you notice carefully, this AM and PM all in small letters. So we need to make it into capital letters and we need to put it together. So how to put together? This is where I'll go to transform and click replace values. So once I click replace value, what I'll do is A.M. I want to replace with capital letter AM, and I press OK. And I will do the same thing, replace value again, and then I'll put here P.M. and I'm going to replace with capital letter PM, and I'm going to press OK. And just like that, here we have changed. So I'll do the same thing. So P.M, replace value P.M, replace with PM, and press OK. So just like that, we have already transformed the letters, replaced with dot with just no dots, and from small letters to big letters. Then I click over here and I change into a time format. So just like that, it will convert into time format. And then if you notice carefully, here we have the month and also the date. So what I need to do is I need to split this. So I go to split column. So what I'll do is I'll just click on split column and delimiter. And once you click delimiter, of course, if you notice carefully, we don't have a full stop. We don't have a dot. We have colon, comma, equal sign, semicolon, space, but we don't have. So I need to go to custom, make sure this is a dot, and press OK. And just like that, it will separate. But now I want to convert this like JAN into first month, SCP into the 9th month. Of course, I can actually go to add column, click condition column, and then I can actually type. For example, here, date 1 equals to Jan, and I just write here Jan, and then I put here 1, and then I add another clause and I just put here equals to Feb, and I can write here 2. But if you notice, I'm doing one by one for January until December, so it will be a little bit of hassle. So instead of doing like this, what I can do is I can actually use the M query, whereby I go to custom column. So once I go to custom column, so over here what I'll do is I'll use the M query language. I'll write here date month because I want the month number. And then after that, I'm going to write here date from text. So of course, I'm going to put here text. And what is the text is? The text is this particular month. So I'm going to select here insert, and I'm going to put here a dummy data. Like for example, the first date of 2023. And close apostrophe, close bracket, and then when I press OK, just like that, we will notice we will capture the month number. Like Jan, it will capture the first month, October, it will capture the 10th month, December, the 12th month. But if you notice carefully, for September, it doesn't show the number. Instead, it shows error. So what we can do is, if you notice carefully, instead of SEP, this data has SEPT. So what we can do is, we can actually capture the first three letters. So what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to go back here and I'll just go to transform and I just want to extract the first three characters. So first characters, and I'm going to press here insert and I'll just put here 3 and press OK. So once I press OK, so now we have this data, and then when I go to edit custom, then there you go. So now what's the next step? Okay, so first thing is I can actually remove this and I can put this column over here. So this is the month column. So this is the date, this is the month, this is the year. So I select these first three columns, I go to transform, merge column. Merge column, what I'll do is the separator, I'll just put custom and separated by a slash and press OK. So just like that, we do have the dates. And then I convert this to a date format. So it will change into a date format. Go to add column, go to date, and then day, name of the day, whether it's Saturday, Sunday or what. So click here, and just like that, we do have this data. So next thing is, I'll just change this, rename this to date, rename this to day, and rename this to time. And just like that, we do have this data. Go to home, and then you can press close and load. What happens is it will close and load as a table in a new sheet. So what I want to do is close and load too, because I want to do in an existing sheet. So table, existing sheet, I'll just put it over here and press OK. And just like that, we will capture our data where we have the date, day and time.